Imad, thank you again for being part of the Crypto Untangled show. And to start our conversation, I would like to ask you, what is blockchain? When it was first created, and what are its core fundamentals?
Thank you for hosting me today. So the blockchain is a database. So for those who do not understand what a database is, I'm going to take the example of a wardrobe. Okay, so in your wardrobe, you have your clothes. So the wardrobe is the database for you in the sense that it stores your clothes. So a database is it's just a store that stores information. So on your iPhone, for example, you have a database that stores the data that you use on a daily basis. The difference between a regular database and blockchain is that blockchains also stores the history of your data. It stores how the data or where the data went, who manipulated it, and it stores it in a truthful manner. That means you cannot falsify it. So yes, if you want to make it easy to understand, this is how I would define the blockchain. So
Thank you.
when it started, we know that there was a lot of works around the blockchain in the 90s, maybe before. There's no real date of this is the real date for a blockchain. I know that Bitcoin officially launched around 2012, and that's officially because works started before. And the fundamentals of blockchain is that it's decentralized. What do we mean by decentralized? Everybody talks about decentralization in politics. So if you have one president for a whole country, and everything is happening in the capital of a country, we call it centralization. That means the governance is very well defined. In a decentralized world, uh, you give power to more people, and there is no one who can say the truth. Many can do that, and in this case, the governance of a blockchain is decentralized. That means there is no central power over it.
Thank you, Imad. And can anyone start a blockchain? And on the other side, we hear a lot about cybersecurity and smart contracts, which are closely related to blockchain. Can you please speak us more about it? Or maybe for the audience who will listen to us, can you please give us more details or information about it?
So can anyone start a blockchain? Yes, anyone can start a blockchain, but first you have to learn math and computer science. Then you have to become an engineer in a certain way, and then you can start your own blockchain. So there's a lot of math involved. There is a lot of computer
Absolutely.
engineering involved. And yes, you can start a blockchain. I personally didn't try to start a blockchain, so I cannot tell you for real if everybody can start a blockchain. But yes, it's based on computer concepts. So you have to do some studies around. Now, I will not reinvent the wheel. I use blockchains that are already out there and try to adapt them to a business case. What was the other question?
About this innovation, like applications and innovation, like in
Okay,
smart
so
contracts
you
and
talked about smart contracts. Yeah. So in terms of smart contracts, what I can tell you is initially you had the blockchain, which is mere database. So only engineers could understand this, and not even engineers, like real R&D people who could understand this. So it didn't pick up. Then we had Bitcoin. That was the second phase. Bitcoin was a use case of blockchain, and it was very revolutionary because the people behind Bitcoin wanted to change the world and change
yeah.
currencies, etc. And that might take 100 years. But again, small audience, so still it is still very small. Even when we talk a lot about Bitcoin today, I mean the amount that is traded on Bitcoin is $300 billion, while there is $250 trillion in the world and more than 1 quadrillion in transactions in the traditional finance. So Bitcoin is really very small still. So another protocol have been put place, a blockchain called Ethereum, in which we added smart contracts. What does this mean? It means that you have a coin that you can customize.
Okay.
So like they gave us the railways,
Okay.
and the smart contracts is a way to customize this token. So today you have the Bitcoin token, you have the Ethereum token, but on Ethereum, you can adapt Ethereum to create your own. So I can create my own HedgeGuard coin based on this protocol using smart contracts. So yes, this is it. It is, and this has given a wider audience to the blockchain uses.
Is blockchain secure, safe for whomever want to use it?
So it depends what we are talking about. The protocol itself is extremely secure. There's nothing more secure than a blockchain. Now, and what does this mean? I'm going to tell you what it means. You can store things on the blockchain in a very secure manner, okay? But you need to have a password. Now, this password is very big. You cannot put it in your pocket. You cannot put it in your mind. You have to store it somewhere. Now, if you store it somewhere and someone comes and steal it, then he can go to the blockchain and steal your assets. Now, how securely you can store your password, this is debatable. See, so the blockchain itself is very secure, but you have to secure also your password. And this is what people are not storing well, because the security of the individuals is not that high. And indirectly, the blockchain becomes not very secure for certain people. So for the one who knows how to store his password or her password, then the blockchain is a very secure place.
We spoke about Bitcoin, you tackled a bit, and Ethereum. And now I want to ask you about cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
What is cryptocurrency and how does it cooperate and work with blockchain? What is the relation?
So you're asking me a question about cryptocurrency as if everybody knows what currency is. Because
Okay.
to understand cryptocurrency, you have to understand what the currency is.
Currency, exactly.
So a currency today, why do you have a currency? A currency is a mean to exchange. I can give you money and then you can give me something else, right?
Yeah.
You never give someone just money. Even when you are in charity, if you give someone money, people expect to get love. So currency is a means of exchange. How does it come to be? Someone has to print it. So who's printing this currency? Who's printing this money? This is the central bank.
Exactly.
So as opposed to a regular currency, cryptocurrency does not need a body to print it. It doesn't need governance to be printed. It is printed without a central bank. This is the main difference between cryptocurrency and a central currency. So what we call currency today is actually a central currency governed by central banks. And what we call cryptocurrency is actually a decentralized currency that does not need proper governance.
Thank you, Matt. And you said now the central bank has the authority or the privilege, how to say, to print the currency that we use as a mean of payment. And we hear, or I'm pretty sure that everybody heard, CBDC, the Central Bank of Digital Currency. Can you please describe it? What is it? What is its role and fundamentals? And how is the relation with the cryptocurrency?
Okay, so when we talk about central bank digital currency, we're not talking about cryptocurrencies anymore in the sense that it has a decentralized governance.
Okay.
We're talking about the technology on which cryptocurrencies have been built. So what we can do actually is use the blockchain,
Okay.
but still issue ourselves this currency. So what changes? We're taking from the cryptocurrency only the database that we talked about initially.
Yeah.
So what did we say? We said that this database does not contain only the data, but also it contains the history of the data. Where this data went, where did it go, who had it, what did he do with it, where did he transfer it, and so on. So if I use this technology, well, actually it's much better than the one that we have today because it's open. We can access it very easily, and we have much more information embedded because we can see. So if a terrorist actually had the money at a certain point, we know that this money is not clean, for example. So it is a very good way to do anti-money laundering. That's one. Two, we will have a much better, traceability of the flow, so you can see how money is flowing. Okay, and money, as you know, is the water of economy. If you take off the money, no more life in the economy. So if money is water and it's flowing, and I can see how the flow is going, I actually have a much better understanding of the money, and I can have better policies. So in this sense, definitely we have to have central bank digital currencies, and the implication of this are big. Why? Because if you use the blockchain technology, that means money is going to circulate on internet. It is not going to circulate like it is circulating today through banks.
Yeah.
Today, your money is at the bank, so you don't have your money.
No.
You don't have your money. Who has your money? It is the bank that has the money. You have your money only when you have the bills. Only when you have $100 bill, that is your money because you bear it in your hand. Whenever it is deposited at the bank, it is the bank's money. Now, if the money now becomes digital,
Okay.
in the cryptocurrency sense, that means it becomes on a blockchain. That
Mm-hmm.
means you have access directly to it. That means it is deposited on internet, but you have access to it. Now the banks are going to change. That means we're not going to deposit money with the banks anymore, but we are going to deposit our passwords with the bank. So the bank becomes, instead of being custodian of assets, it becomes custodians of passwords. And the problem is, it's the same. If I give the bank the password, it will go and pick up my money. Now, new technologies have come this year where you don't have to give the whole password to the bank. You
Okay.
just give a part of the password. Another part is with you. People cannot steal you anymore.
Yeah.
The bank cannot take the money without you. You have to come together with the bank to access the money. So this is what central bank digital currencies imply. Money is not deposited at the bank; it's deposited on internet. I'm trying to vulgarize it. Okay, it's a little bit more complex than this, but simply put, it's on the cloud. You have part of the password. The bank has part of the password. You come together and you access the money wherever you are in the world. Now, the second implication is I can send you money directly. So there is the peer-to-peer system. If I want to send you money, I have to go through the bank. The bank has to go through the central bank through the other bank. So it's very complex. You cannot send money right away. Now, even though, like with Revolut, for example, you can send the money peer to peer. This is one way of doing it, but it's just Revolut or certain applications who are doing it. In the blockchain case and central bank digital currencies case, people are going to be able to send money directly without a central body. And this is also a major enhancement because money would be transferred instantly. And since it is transferred instantly on the blockchain, we are going to keep all the history. So we are, one, making it much faster to transfer money, much more secure, with much more traceability. Corruption is going to go down. With less intermediary, that means less fees. This is what it implies. So when people say with central bank digital currencies, great. The issuing of the currency is going to still be central. That means the central bank is going to decide whenever to print money, but
Okay.
instead of printing money on a bill, they are going to print the money on the cloud. That's a major difference.
I heard recently, and it was maybe 10 days ago, about the Central Bank of Lebanon.
Yes.
And that they're gonna issue or launch the digital lira or the digital Lebanese pound by 2021. What's your opinion about it? How it will affect the economic situation or the people living in Lebanon? And as well, it will be kind of like a way how to fight maybe bribery or tax evasion. What do you think that this digital lira will bring to this country?
Yes, actually, if everything goes on digital lira, yes, bribery is going to be very hard because we can track it. Now, if the I don't know if they know what they are doing first. This is the first thing. I don't know if they know what they are doing, and the way if it's going to be well done. But yes, it's going to affect bribery only if we go 100% crypto. Yes, corruption is going to be lowered, but also it can have a much bigger implication in the sense that if you want to access the system, first you have to have a digital identity. So we can digitize identities because compliance becomes much easier. So, okay, if you want to have access to it, if you want to do a full program of digital currency, this is how it should be done. First, digital identity before digital currency. So I put all the Lebanese people on a blockchain where there's a digital identity. Second, we do the digital currency. Three, we need a mean to store this currency very securely. This is what I call the custodial technology. And the good news is I know that this piece is done because this is what we do.
Yeah.
With our partners, we have
Exactly.
an extremely secure way of transferring and settling this digital currency. So this is the third thing that is needed. The fourth that you can put on is if you make all businesses deal with cryptocurrencies, you can also set up within the system an accounting. So even the accounting, you will not be able to be, to hide taxes from an accounting point of view, because as you know, the Lebanese accounting system is inexistent. So taxes, we can't talk about it. I mean, there is corruption all over the place, but you can impose actually an online real-time accounting for everyone. Is it doable? Yes, it's doable because we also have done this. So it can have a huge implication on a country because it is like you are revamping the country, and then you can also put a vote system on it, because since now you have the digital currency with 100 full traceability and full security, now people can vote directly on the blockchain also. So it will have implications on the governance of a country, because the whole voting system can change. See, why do you need deputies? Why do you need so much deputies and so much? Because you need to take their opinion on certain matters. Why did we have this deputy system? It's a very ancient system. It's like 2,000 years ago. We don't need it anymore because people can vote directly on laws directly. Once you have the digital identity, you can have. So it is about creating a government 2.0, knowing that the 1.0 was 2,000 years ago with the Greeks, maybe more than 2,000 years ago. So it will have a huge implication. So it is either well thought to change a country and from the ground up, or it's just an effect, trying to announce something new to look smart. So I don't know where we are exactly in this sense, but yeah, but definitely, I mean, if you're looking for hype, for nice words and trendy words and looking smart, and yes, we are doing it. No, I don't think this is how we should do it. We should really build it from the ground up with the thoughtfully, and I think we can do something really great. Now, I have absolutely no idea about what they have in mind, but I wish them the best of luck because it's a very good project if they do it well.
And how do you think the people will see it or would expect it? Because as far as I know, especially the age like 50 and above, when you speak about cryptocurrency, digital payments, smart contracts, and so on, it's a bit of out of the way that they were used. So without the bill, the paper that they have to pay, for them is this big questions, and they say like, what is it, and how we are gonna use it. So I don't know, and this is not only for Lebanon, but it's for me, it's like worldwide in many countries. So what the people that invest in cryptocurrency or the CBDC, or how they have to spread the knowledge, how they should spread knowledge for these people, based on your, what's your opinion about it?
Well, first, it's not gonna happen overnight. It will take some time. A baby takes 9 months to come out. It's not gonna happen. So first we have to do it, and then It has to be adopted.
Yeah.
So you have to have a phone. If you have a phone, a smartphone, and you know how to use your smartphone, we need to do a simple, an easy to use application. And by the way, WhatsApp now in India, you can send money through WhatsApp. So this is how it's going to happen. Ultimately, if you want to have a very simple use case, maybe you have to hook up WhatsApp to it, so people can start sending crypto liras through WhatsApp. Now, you tell me how easy it is to send money with WhatsApp. You just send a text or send money through WhatsApp. This how easy it is. Now, how big is the adoption of the smartphone and WhatsApp in Lebanon? I'm going to tell you one thing. Revolution in Lebanon happened because of the WhatsApp tax. I don't know if you remember, in
I
October
remember it. Yeah, I
2019,
remember.
happened because of this. So I think it will have a wide adoption in Lebanon if it's done in a smart manner. But also, I need this is why I'm here today. I'm here today basically to simplify it and to talk about it, so people can start take interest into it and maybe read about it. Because today also, if you want to read about something, everything is on Google. You just go read about it. Everything is out there. Educate a little bit yourself, and it will be fine. Now, I don't know if you've been to Lebanon.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, do you take the private buses in Lebanon? Have you ever taken? No. Yes, it's very dangerous for a lady. So I always take those. They are very cheap actually. For a couple of cents, you can do like a 60-kilometer a trip. And who takes those buses? I always do it. My mom becomes crazy because they drive very
Right.
fast. When you go up into those buses, you have very, very, very poor people, taking those buses because it's very, very, very cheap. And the people who are taking those buses, so you have the very poor, and you have also many people coming from Syria that they can barely pay the ticket. They all have smartphones. All of them are doing working on their smartphones. So even the very poor have smartphones in Lebanon. So this is just to say that adoption can be very fast.
Perfect. And if you speak now about like so many countries, like USA, we have South Korea, Japan, they are doing the testing now for digital yen. China already are testing and adopting of it in different areas. In general speaking, what will be the effect of the cryptocurrency if I speak in the people savings or in general in the financial market?
Well, India digitized currency in a certain way. I'm going to tell you what they did. They did it properly. First, India, it took 2 years to India. That's a couple of billion of people to first digitize the identity. This is what they did. So the government can send money directly to the poor when in need. This is what they did in India. They first digitized the identity, and they did a system where they can send money directly through without the banks, because I think, I'm not sure of the figure, but apparently if the government wanted to send $100, only $30 would get to destination. I need to double check the figure. I'm not sure whether it's 30% commission that used to be taken, or 70%, because corruption in India is maybe not as bad as in Lebanon, but it's pretty bad. So if you want to send money directly, you could do it. And with the blockchain, actually, you have, as we said, a much better traceability. In China, they really implemented the ERMB, and it's being traded now. There's millions of transactions happening. It's a big success. However, it's a little bit opaque. We know that there's millions of transactions happening only in 4 counties. It's being tested now. It is not open to trade on exchanges, for example. So it's still in a test period, but we think that the Chinese cryptocurrency is actually picking up. The test is being well conducted, and it is really happening out there. So we're waiting for this currency to open up a little bit more, so we can see how it trades internationally. The implication, actually, the implication is huge, because the most important thing in life is to start. See, if you just have to make the first step.
Exactly.
Once, and actually, China made the first step on digital identity. Also, India made a step. So that's it. It's I think humanity will take it from there. The European Commission also is studying this. The European Central Bank is looking at it. The Americans are a little bit rigid about it, but we know that the Americans can go very fast once they make a decision. They are getting more flexible. We'll see how it goes with after the election. Once we know who's going to be the president. So yes, we made baby steps, first steps. So we opened it up. Now we have to close it.
Yeah, exactly. And Imad, you are someone that invested knowledge and in this crypto market, in the crypto world, and you are experienced it. What's your message or advice that you would like to share with our audience?
If you're interested in finance, if you're interested in, I mean, there's a revolution happening out there, and what a revolution means, it's like we are going to do, a full circle. So, but while you're doing the full circle, you learn a lot, because this, like you're traveling. Actually, it's one nice trip. So if you're interested in finance, if you're interested in money and in the future of money, just jump in right now. Open an account. If you can open an account, start trading, lose some money. I never expect to make money while I'm learning. I expect to lose money. Don't be afraid of losing some, because you are going to gain the knowledge, and this knowledge can be monetized at a certain point. But step in, jump in first, because the opportunity is for the one who, take the courage and steps in first. So it is still a baby market, but that's a baby market that grow fast now.
Thank you, Imad. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for some information. I'm pretty sure the audience will really enjoyed it. I enjoyed personally. And I wish you all the best. And I hope that we will keep in touch, and I will have you again as a part of the show. We can discuss further development in the crypto market and so on.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Imad. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.